Why is asking for help so challenging? Because, man, we have a fear of rejection. If I ask and reach out for some help, you're going to think I'm incompetent. Family, what's up? You know what's up, gotta know what's up. Yes, I am on one right now. Family, welcome to the Bacon Bits Podcast, where we desire for you to take the bits of information and immediately apply them to your life for success. The ground rules for our podcast is that it will always be informative, encouraging, and uplifting. The areas of life that we will be talking about today on the Bacon Bits Podcast is dealing with having a balanced life. And I need to hear y'all say it, please. Say valuable information applied equals success. And family, we want to send a shout out to our people in California, IA, and Jamaica. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We are gratefully and awesomely appreciative of what you're doing, and thank you for your listening ear, and continue to pour on some likes and some shares and some comments on the different platforms. So fam, what we're talking about today is help. I need somebody help. Why is it so hard for us to ask for help? Fam, I am 57 years old, and I can gladly tell you, by the time this podcast comes out, I might be 58. Family, it's a privilege and an honor to let you know up front that I am always needing help. One of the biggest things in this season for me as I'm transitioning is to delegate more because I need some help. Fam, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I'm trying to get as much information and knowledge as I can to apply it to my life so I can have the kind of life that I say I want constantly. I always want it to be better and better. I really do. And better doesn't always mean bigger and bigger. Better and better means just let me transfer from just a simple, something simple to more of a quality of a thing. So quality time, it might not be more time, but if it's more quality in the time, it's going to make it way better. So fam, when it comes to help, why is it such a huge barrier for us to reach out and ask for help? So one of the things that constantly sticks in my mind is family being vulnerable, y'all. That's a big one, man. Being vulnerable. When we ask for help, it always usually means that I'm struggling, I'm uncertain, and I don't have all the answers. And now I'm on here as a podcaster, constantly giving out advice, and I have to be vulnerable with my people to let them know, fam, I don't always have all the answers. There are things in my life I am uncertain in, and so I'm just struggling. Yeah, this year, I can honestly tell y'all, it's been one of my most challenging years for me, because when you're transitioning where you're over the top, and you're on the other side. You're on the other side of health. Like I said, right now, in my life, and I'm constantly, hampering on y'all, man. Please take care of your health, man. I'm still doing all the things that I do, and it's working for me because I'm not walking around in any aches and pains. So I'm super grateful for that. But I also know, guess what, guys? I'm not going to get any stronger. Okay, I'm gradually getting a little weaker. I don't move as fast as I used to. I'm getting slower. Okay, I can't do the things that I do. And part of me being able to say that is I'm being honest and transparent with myself and with you guys that guess what? Asking for help is, in that fear of vulnerability, is knowing that, fam, how about I be able to be more productive, help more people, but I'm going slower and I don't have to be in a whole lot of places at the same time. Do I love going out and doing speaking engagements around the country? Man, please. Yeah, if you need me to come in and say some words of encouragement to your people, just put a link in the description, man. I will gladly come and speak to your people. I love doing that. But, man, it's also knowing that can I be on this podcast and reach, thousands, if not a million people by being on this podcast, instead of me going all over the country, all over the world, speaking to so many different people, I can actually be here and doing it. Can it be a nice small crowd of people that we can be intimate and be vulnerable with each other and say, you know what, we all striving to be the best version of ourselves. If I'm not being vulnerable with me, guys, I can't be vulnerable with you. Being vulnerable is knowing I need help. Why is asking for help so challenging? Because, man, we have a fear of rejection. If I ask and reach out for some help, you're going to think I'm incompetent. Fam, in that area, I am incompetent of where I'm asking you for some help. I am constantly asking my wife and my kids, and during these recordings with Shay, my podcast producer, I'm asking her for help when it comes to this Apple. I'm on this Apple phone thing now, and Lord knows I need some help. Fam, I ask for people for help because in that area of that, I'm incompetent. Can I be cool with saying that out loud? When I'm having that fear of rejection, you might say no. Now, you ain't saying no because you don't want to do it for me. You don't say no because you don't have the capabilities of doing it. It just might not be the right time to ask you for some help. So sometimes when people say no to us, it's not because they're rejecting us. It's their, guess what? The time is not right for them to be able to help you in that moment. And so if we're not careful, we're going to let past experience of people telling us no, and, our internalized beliefs of being told no, that we're going to be like, man, I don't even need to ask for no help, man, because ain't nobody going to help me, man, because ain't nobody going to help me more than I'm going to help myself. And to a great degree, that's you. But guess what? I'm always asking God for help. Who's the best helper in the world on helping me get to where I need to be at and what I need to do. But I can't have a fear of no all the time. It's a word. It's 2 letters that somebody is saying to me. And the cool part is, if somebody says no to me in one area, I can go find somebody else that's going to say yes to me in that area. But my job is not to give up and still constantly feel rejected when people are telling me no. And sometimes I'll be telling myself, I'm incompetent, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough. Fam, I'm always doing all that stuff. So don't let fear of rejection stop you from reaching out and asking for some help. Pride and independence. Pride and independence. Some of us have a long and strong desire to be self-reliant, and seeking help makes us feel like a failure or we're at a loss of control. And we have got to get to the point where we say, you know what, man, I need to be interdependent, because I am. And I need some help from this person so that we can be better. You asking for your significant other for some help helps the relationship better. You asking your kids for some help can make the family unit better. You asking for help at your job can make the job environment better, because you ask for some help so you can be productive, so we can all be blessed by us doing what we do best. But I'm letting my pride and ego stop me from asking for some help. It's big, because, man, in our culture right now, y'all know we think this independence thing is to be highly valued, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's highly overrated. We need to be interdependent with other people so we can, live our best life. And if I'm not interdependent with people, I'm always looking, guess what? We can always go to the internet and look for some information. Who gives the best advice? People who gives the best advice? People who have, have expertise in that area. So I can't let my pride and ego stop me from asking those people questions, because if I do, I'll never be fully the full version of who I need to be if I don't reach out, because I'm letting the pride and the ego, the edge and got out piece, stay in the way. Another thing we could do is, the reason why we don't ask for help is, it's something in us that feel like we're being a burden to the people that we're asking for help from. Because even when the help is needed, many of us hesitate because we don't want to be an inconvenience to overwhelm others, especially people that we care about. Big one. But family, they love you. They want to help you as much as they possibly can. And a great way for us to show people that we love them is to ask them for their expertise in some areas. To ask them for some expertise in those areas that we suck at. You know what? I want this to be a great family vacation. What can we all do to make this See, that's not being a burden, because remember, we're all involved in this vacation. Man, we are trying to plan this birthday party for somebody. How can we all be? See, I'm not trying to be a burden. Part of me reaching out for help is knowing that, fam, I can't go get all the food. I can't put up all of the decorations. I can't, call all the people that's on the venue and get all of the situations and the contracts filled out. I need some help. So part of that is not wanting to be a burden. Fam, you won't be a burden. Most of the time, people be wanting you to ask for some help, and they want to feel like they're being helpful to people. If you don't put them in that situation, they ain't gonna never feel like that they could be a help and a blessing to somebody. I have no problem telling you, I'm really learning how to do this navigation and negotiation and being a delegator of things that I need to be done in my life, because I'm not trying to overwhelm myself, y'all. In my life right now, I hate being bombarded with a whole lot of information. Hate is a strong word. Doggone, you heard what I said. I hate being bombarded with a gang of information at one time. I try to make these episodes simple so you take the bits of information and I get information in bits for me so that I can be able to do what it is I'm called to do. Fam, life gets overwhelming. Life truly can be a burden when we're trying to put too much on our plates. And when we're doing that, we are not being helpful to the people that surround us, because they love to help you. They would love to. We need to stop being so stubborn and hard-headed and prideful and actually reach out to people and say, you know what? I'm going to ask for some help. I'm not going to fear people saying no. I'm not going to fear people saying I'm incompetent. I'm not going to fear being vulnerable. I'm going to ask for the very help that I need to be the person that I need to be. No fear of rejection. No fear of judgment. It is just literally saying, you know what, I'm uncertain about this thing that I'm doing right now, and I need some help. I'm not going to let past experiences of people telling me no in the past stop me from asking for help in this season that I'm in right now. I'm not going to worry about being ignored or being misunderstood. I'm not worried about being hurt. I'm not going to be have a fear of, like I said, being vulnerable, because, most of us have a fear of a worry of protecting ourselves so much that we won't put ourselves out there. And you only going to live your best life if you ask for help and be vulnerable. That's the only time. And man, guess what? You will never be perfect in life. So if you're finding it hard to ask for help right now, let's just be honest. You're not alone. You're not alone. The hesitation often comes from a place of wanting to be safe, accepted, and respected. But the truth is, everyone needs help sometime. Everyone. I live in this body, but I need some help from a doctor to help me properly function this thing right. I need some help from a counselor, because I might not be, doing my marriage right, or, raising my kids right. I need some help when it comes to, teaching classes, because fam, sometimes I'll be like, okay, what topics should I be teaching on? What things should I be doing? And in saying that, fam, we have a new segment on our podcast. We're kicking it off in these following weeks. And what we're doing is we're trying something new and exciting as we approach 3 amazing years of this podcast. It's been such a joy sharing this space with you. And now we want to hear from you. You got any questions? You need any advice? Whether it's spiritual, mental, physical, financial, or all about relationships, we are here for you. So just as a quick note, I got to let you know up front, y'all know I'm not a therapist. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a professional. So if you need something a little bit deeper, guess what? We'll go to a therapist or a professional. But for what we do know, because we care, we want for anybody who cares. And I am always someone who cares, and I love to listen. We want to leave you with something real and personal. Fam, we want you to have something to take with you. That's why we give you so many bits of information. So here's the fun part. Head to the description box below. You'll find a link where you can submit your questions to be featured on an upcoming episode. You can stay completely anonymous if that's what you choose to, or you can drop your name and city for a shout out. We love to hear from our community because you know what we want to always do? We want to grow together. We want to laugh together, and we want to figure this thing out together from the outside looking in. So family, please, if you have anything you would love to ask us, we would love to be a blessing to you, especially if you would love to have relationship information with me and my queen on here. We would love to share from our experience the best we can, some of the things that we've been through. So family, please do me a favor. Reach out for some help. Please, please, please. Don't hesitate. There's somebody around you, and I'm talking about somebody in your immediate circle of influence that wants to be a blessing to you, but they'll never know that if you don't reach out for some help. This is your boy John Bacon with another segment of Bacon Bits. I love you guys. God bless. What up, fam? Do you need some extra tools that's going to help your life be the best that it can possibly be? Are you constantly juggling work, family, and personal time only to feel drained and unfulfilled? That's where the book that I wrote called The Balanced Life can be your guide to reclaiming your time, energy, and happiness with practical strategies for setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, and achieving real balance. This book helps you create a life that you love without the burnout. Get ready to break free from the chaos and step into a life of purpose and peace. Grab your copy of The Balanced Life because you deserve a life that works for you. Also, we have The Unraveling. It's a journal to help you write, reflect, and heal. Your thoughts matter. Your feelings deserve space. The Unraveling Journal is more than just a notebook. It's your personal guide to self-reflection, healing, and growth. With guided prompts, mindfulness exercises, and room to express yourself freely, this journal helps you untangle emotions, process life's challenges, and rediscover clarity. Take a moment for you. Write, reflect, and heal, one page at a time. And fam, also another book written by my wife is Healthy Relationships. Because fam, you know this. Great relationships don't just happen. They're built. Whether it's with your partner, kids, friends, or co-workers, strong connections are the foundation of a happy life. In healthy relationships, you'll learn how to communicate better, set healthy boundaries, and nurture trust in every relationship that matters to you. Because when your connections thrive, you thrive. Start building stronger, healthier relationships today. Order your copy at kingdomservantsfirst.com. Once again, that's kingdomservants1st.com. Fam, we want you to be the best version of yourself. Get one of these books today. God bless.